Today, George Lucas turned 80 years old. So first and foremost, happy birthday, George, and thank you for creating the greatest franchise of all time, and the 3 greatest movies ever. That's the original trilogy, by the way, just in case you were confused. In today's video, I'm going to give you both the light and the dark side of Lucas, because even though it's his birthday, I'm always going to choose to be a real one. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe to the channel. As it happens right now, currently, before I get into it, Star Wars has not issued George Lucas a happy birthday. There's nothing here that you see on the official Star Wars website, nothing on Twitter, even though at 9:05 a.m. on a Sunday morning, they posted for all moms across the galaxy, Happy Mother's Day, which I'm very happy that they did that. That's great. Mothers deserve that. But nothing for George Lucas so far, which I think is kind of interesting. George Lucas is a renowned American filmmaker, widely recognized for creating the iconic Star Wars franchise. Born on May 14, 1944 in Modesto, California, Lucas developed a passion for filmmaking from a young age. He attended the University of Southern California School of Cinematic Arts, where he honed his skills in directing and storytelling. Lucas rose to prominence with the release of the original Star Wars film in 1977, which became a cultural phenomenon and revolutionized the science fiction genre. He followed this success with 2 sequels, The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, forming the original trilogy. Now, I know, some of you are already getting your fingertips ready to comment. It's not science fiction, it's space fantasy. I get it. Totally get it. But if you go back in time to a blockbuster, you're going to find Star Wars in science fiction. In addition to Star Wars, Lucas created the beloved character of Indiana Jones, collaborating with director Steven Spielberg on the Indiana Jones film series. His contributions to the film industry extend beyond directing, as he founded Lucasfilm Limited and Industrial Light and Magic, 2 pioneering companies in the fields of film production and visual effects. Despite his immense success, Lucas faced criticism for his creative decisions, particularly with the prequel trilogy of the Star Wars films, episodes 1 through 3, released between 1999 and 2005. Some fans found fault with aspects such as storytelling, dialogue, and character development. In 2012, Lucas sold Lucasfilm to the Walt Disney Company, a doomed day for many of us, leading to further changes and expansions of the Star Wars universe under Disney's ownership. Despite stepping away from the franchise's creative control, Lucas remains an influential figure in the entertainment industry and continues to inspire filmmakers and storytellers worldwide. George Lucas's impact on popular culture is immeasurable, with Star Wars becoming a global phenomenon that has transcended generations. Even though I would argue that generations today, the younger generations of today, it hasn't really transcended towards them. His visionary storytelling, innovative techniques, and imaginative world building have left an indelible mark on cinema and storytelling, ensuring his legacy as one of the most significant figures in film history. But with all of that said, now, why do many fans take issue with George Lucas? What has the creator of Star Wars done to hurt and disappoint the fandom? Starting with changes to the original trilogy. George Lucas made several alterations to the original trilogy with various re-releases, such as adding CGI effects and altering scenes. Some fans argue that these changes detract from the original vision and nostalgic appeal of the films. Another point of contention, the prequel trilogy reception mentioned earlier in this video. The prequel trilogy, episodes 1 through 3, received mixed reviews from both critics and fans. Some fans were disappointed with aspects, like mentioned earlier, the dialogue, the character development, the over-reliance on CGI. Some people have found fault in his creative direction. Fans feel that George Lucas's creative decisions, particularly in the prequel trilogy, did not meet their expectations or match the tone and quality of the original trilogy, and it's hard to make a case that it did. Franchise decisions is another issue. Lucas's decisions regarding the Star Wars franchise, such as selling it to Disney in 2012, have been controversial among many fans. Some feel that Disney's handling of the franchise has not lived up to their expectations. I would say a great majority. And they blame Lucas for selling it in the first place. Now, personally, I don't. He got $4.3 billion. I'd have sold it to Satan. Whatever. Jar Jar Binks. The character of Jar Jar Binks, introduced in Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, is a polarizing character among fans, Many dislike this character and blame Lucas for his creation. Perception of greed with George Lucas. Many fans perceive him as being overly focused on commercialization and merchandising, leading to criticisms of him prioritizing profit over artistic integrity. Now, one of those points that I don't necessarily agree with is the creation of the Ewoks. He did it for merchandising. He did it for reaching out to kids after the seriousness of The Empire Strikes Back. I don't really see that or buy that. However, I was influenced by it as a kid, so I get it. And the final problem that many people have with George Lucas is his narrative choices. Certain narrative elements, such as the midichlorians' explanation for the Force, were controversial among fans who felt they demystified or simplified aspects of the original trilogy. Despite these criticisms, it's essential to note that George Lucas is also widely respected and appreciated for creating the Star Wars universe in the first place. Many fans acknowledge his immense contributions to popular culture and storytelling. The criticisms often come from a place of deep passion for the franchise and a desire to see it handled with care and respect. So in conclusion, George, screw you and happy birthday. If you enjoyed today's video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. We are, you are, Echo Base Network. May the Force be with you, no matter how you explain it with midichlorians or otherwise. And I'll see you guys on the next one.